Saturday, June 25th. Things are starting to ripen up around here. We're getting a bowl full of cherry tomatoes every day right now. And Darlene's getting enough blueberries to eat with her breakfast almost every morning. It's not going to last long though. There aren't that many blueberries. And lettuce every day still. She's been eating carrots too. Not the biggest carrots I've ever seen in the world, but let's see. There you go. Not too bad. She'll probably eat these tonight or tomorrow. And this lettuce will keep on growing for another month or two. This stuff is almost at its limit over here. Gonna have to eat it up pretty soon. It's starting to bolt. Same with this down here. The onions are getting pretty big too. I don't think she's quite eaten the last one she picked, but these guys are pretty nice, pretty good size. Yeah, what the hell? Come on out. There you go, green onions. Ready to go. And I'm eating strawberries every day still. I'm tempted to eat that one right now. I've been doing a pretty good job of keeping them picked and eating them for dessert every night. As soon as they get ripe, I take them. These won't make it through the evening tonight. They'll turn even redder than they are now. It's hotter than hell out here today. More onions. It's really densely packed. That little blueberry looks like it'll be ready tonight. Only a handful on these young plants. Peppers? Yeah, peppers we got. We've been eating those every day too. These wax peppers are pretty tasty. And of course we got the regular bell peppers. And I haven't tried these little habaneros yet. That's going to be interesting. I'm experimenting. I don't know what I'm getting myself into with these habaneros. I hear they're hot. There's another bell. It looks like once those things start to produce, they're going to flower and give a lot of peppers. Here's one down here. I guess that's a habanero. A couple of them. And these are cayenne peppers. All of these marigolds really have brought in the pollinators. I've never seen so many bees in my life as I've got back here. This place is buzzing with activity. All sorts of bees and butterflies. Raspberries are still producing. Normally pick those just before dark. Still waiting for these blackberries. It's going to be a while before they're ready. But looks like we're getting kind of close down here. Getting riper. There's the blackberries. And this is another blackberry bush. It's still lagging behind the raspberries. These raspberries are good, especially those dark purple ones. You don't even have to pull on them. They just come right off the plant. You know they're ready. Give this one a couple days. More tomatoes. These guys in the raised bed are taking a little longer to get ripe than the ones in the containers up on top of the deck. I don't know why, but that's just how it works. Plenty of fruit. It's just a little smaller and it's not ripe yet. Could be that I'm not watering the raised bed enough. I don't know. But over here I'm getting some really nice Brandywine tomatoes. Yeah, definitely the raised bed is lagging behind all my containers. There's more Brandywines over here. I probably should have pruned these more. I've let them go get out of hand. This is pretty crazy. I got my cherry tomatoes crowding out my Brandywines, and that's probably the last thing you want to let happen. I gotta get in here with some shears, maybe another stake or two, and control this stuff. Meanwhile, in a 7-gallon fabric pot, look at the size of that Brandywine tomato. Wow, right next to it another nice one. So yeah, these fabric containers, they're great. You just have to water them 3 times a day when it's 90 degrees out. And then you're okay. Little blossom ender out over here. Not all of them though, just a couple tomatoes here and there. These are Brandywines. These are beefsteak tomatoes here. And they're looking pretty healthy. Look at all these beefsteaks. And that's in a 15-gallon fabric pot, which has to be soaked at least once a day. And the wine barrels are doing pretty good. With these are the orange sunshine tomatoes. And I've got some melons down here that I'm going to have to trellis eventually. I started these melons over here up the trellis. They don't do it on their own. You have to train them. But once you get them started, they're just going to go vertically and not sprawl all over the ground. We'll see how we do with the melons. It'll be interesting. More habaneros. No, excuse me, cayennes. These are habaneros. More blackberries. It's going to be a while before these are ready. The gooseberries are ripe. They got ready so fast this year. Normally it's the 4th of July before they turn purple. Fortunately, we have plenty of good ones that aren't purple yet down here, which are the ones I use for making cake. And these are some nice gooseberries. There's at least 3 or 4 cakes up here. Maybe 5 cakes worth of gooseberries. I let too many of them turn purple. The apple tree's doing pretty good for its first year. And the sunflowers are starting to make flowers, which is pretty cool. Got another little one over here. These are some nice brandy wines too. Very healthy. And more brandy wines. It's tough to keep that terracotta pot hydrated. I'll not do that again. It's too small. It drinks too fast. And I think that's about it for this week. We keep training this blackberry up, and it just gets taller and taller. And I forgot to mention there's more orange sunshines over here. And this is the way they look when they're ripe. That tomato right there is ready to eat. And they're pretty good. See you next week.